All right, welcome to another episode of Creation Mastery. So today I want to talk about faith, and I want to talk about faith specifically in terms of applying your faith. So, maybe you're a person of faith, and there's I don't want to say a tendency, but I just know that a lot of people of faith, uh, the term faith itself. Um, I don't know if it's maybe it's not as precise, but I think the best way to say it would be that. Um, Applied faith is actually using your faith, right? Everybody knows about faith. Yeah, that's definitely the way to say it. There's a lot of people, like, everybody knows about faith, or everyone's heard about faith, but actually using faith, the power of applied faith, like towards something, super understated, super understated. So, if you want anything in your life, like anything that you want, there's some very simple principles. There's some very simple keys that all you have to do is these couple things and you can have it. Yes, I said anything. Yes, there's no limit on this. There's no limit on this at all. What is it? Well, it's very simple. It's ask, receive. Ask and you shall receive. That's what it says, right? That's what the book says. I'm sure you've heard people say ask and you shall receive. Some translations say ask and it is given. You may have heard that as well. But all that you have to do is you have to just ask and then believe that you've got it. It's no more complicated than that. It's no harder than that. I think that what happens is once we do the asking, it says in James, this is in the Bible, it says in James, when you ask, don't waver. It's like, just don't waver. And I think that there's a tendency to, you believe kinda, or you ask kinda, and you're like, well, but maybe it won't show up, or maybe I won't get it. So you've got to have concrete, ironclad faith. You've got to really believe. You've got to really believe that this thing is actually coming, that this thing you've already gotten it, that this thing's actually, it's going to show up. It's a done deal. You've got it, right? And this is how you begin to create crazy things showing up in your life, because the things that you actually want will show up. So, it could be just as simple as, you're asking for a new car, and then 3 months go by, or 4 months go by, and you've already done the work. You've done the asking, and then now this car just shows up, right out of nowhere. It just shows up. Somebody gives it to you, or something happens where you get a discount on it, and you can get 6 months with no payments, and you take that offer, and then you get a car. The process isn't up to you. It's not up to us what the process looks like, right? That's not our deal. Our job is to simply believe. So it's really that simple. It's really that easy. I know I harp on this a lot, but that's what this whole channel is for. This whole channel is just to get you to realize that yes, you can believe for the things you want. Yes, you can have the things that you want, and it's as simple as simply believing. Right? As you believe, so shall it be done unto you. That's in Scripture. It also says things like, you have not because you ask not. So why don't you have the things that you want? Why don't you have that dream home? Why don't you have that dream job, that dream partner? Well, it's just because you haven't asked. It's just that simple. So ultimately, this is just a call to action. This is me urging you, calling you to, yes, please ask, right? Yes, go there, ask. And then once you ask, all you got to do is you believe that you've received it, and you shall have it. So it's nothing complicated. It's nothing hard. The process isn't up to you, right? There's a natural compulsion that will happen, that will lead you through a series of events that will lead you to that outcome. But that's not really your purview. Your job is just to ask and believe. Everything will naturally unfold itself in the way that it needs to unfold. So don't forget about the power of faith, right? Faith is super understated. People really, really sleep on the power of faith. And I know, everyone knows about faith, but what I mean is the power of applied faith to set things in motion for your benefit, right? The things that you want, you can have them. All you have to do is simply believe. Have faith. It's that simple. So there's a book. We're going to put some books in the description below that are going to help you to get anything that you want. It's not anything that's hard. It's not complex. These books are like 8 pages. And you can just read through them, and it will tell you, hey, just do this, and you can have whatever it is that you're looking for, right? So abundance, prosperity, these things are totally available to you. All you got to do is ask, right? And I'm going to leave you with the scripture. It's from James. It's right in the beginning. It says, you have not because you ask not. So why not ask? Why not ask? Try asking.